Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Blood has come and gone here in season 2, and if you sense a little hostility, bad blood between us and the fellow GMs, well, it's because we just spent the entire weekend together. So if we feel like we're tired of each other's quotes, we're going at each other a little tighter, it's because the fisticuffs were out, and the gentlemen bringing those fisticuffs are here with me as well. We got Cheek.
Cuffs in hand.
Canada as well.
I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say I'm feeling fired up. I'm feeling light on my feet. I'm feeling like I had the best weekend of all time.
Ooh.
That's one of us. No, it was a pretty decent time. But what's an even better time is MyGM booking with you lovely viewers, even though I guess you're not booking with us, but you're part of the experience. And Cheek is going to be leading us off in the post-Bad Blood world.
So post Bad Blood, let's go to the journal here. Gunther vs. Ultimate Warrior gives us a popularity boost until week 20, courtesy of my man Triple H. Okay, so we got to change Jey Uso. We got to switch him. And I think that's about it. Just get The Fiend and Uncle Howdy into a rematch. So besides all of that, I think we're good. Oh, buddy. We're having a last man standing match. I have to get this card. So,
Oh, Cheek, I forgot how much money we have.
I know. Look at all the money.
Yeah.
Bad publicity. Steal 2% of fans this week. That's actually a pretty decent card.
It's a juicy one.
Yeah. I wish it was 2 or 3 bad publicity, but I'll just take one. I don't want to drop a ton of money, but I am going to drop a ton of money on that card. All right, and then I already have special promotion. I don't want to drop unnecessary. Oh, there's bad publicity 3. Oh, you know those are getting stacked. Okay. So I think we're good. I don't really have anything else I want to do, so here we go. Ultimate Warrior. This man needs a rival. Pondering.
Warrior!
Bruiser. Maybe with all this extra money, I should sign him a
Uh-oh.
rival. Stay tuned.
Oh my.
But real quick, I do want to get Jey Uso his role change as he wishes, just to get that knocked out of the way. So that means we're going to be doing tag team call out here to keep this kind of trying to keep that moving along. So get that stuff out of the way. Same thing here. We're gonna do another call out. Sol Ruka and Trish Stratus. We're gonna have Trish call out Sol and try to buy them some time as well. Actually, I want to see, do I have a health spa? I do. I'll have Soul call out Trish, even though it might not work because she sucks on the mic.
Damn.
But I do want to send her to the spa. Get her well rested.
Hell yeah, I want to go to the spa.
No, you shut up.
See, that's that hostility.
There it is. There it is.
Two guys that don't need to go to the spa, though, is Ilya Dragunov and Oro Mensah. Actually, is it worth doing a role change? I think so.
Who's gonna be naughty?
Let's have Ilya be naughty. We're gonna have him role changed as well. I want that rivalry to have a little more zest when I book it. Alright. Now we have a lot of card left to book and not a lot of people left the card. So, oh dear. Let's see. Stacy Keebler. Man, I need some ladies depth too. Man, all my ladies are nice, man. This tough sledding. I might have to sign some people, lose all my money. Alright. Gunther. What was my thing? Gunther and Warrior. Oh, yeah.
Warrior.
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
That might be something decent
Ooh.
right there. And a last man standing match.
There it is.
That might be a little secret sauce.
Saucy.
Okay, we're dipping our toe in the water, feeling our way through this. And then I could do the Howdy Wyatt thing, but they're also both gassed. So that means I want, let's see, Thea Hale, Nia Jax. Let's see if anything happens there. And since they're both faces, we will tuck them away in the mid card. Okay. Just to fill out the card for this week, I'm gonna risk it. And let's get Ray in a match. I know his stamina's getting low. So we're gonna tuck them there for now. 2 more matches, boys. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Like that one TV show.
Yeah, I can't believe I
Yeah.
referenced Bob the Builder.
Very wild.
Robert, the constructor.
Decent little cutaway though. If you
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, no, as long as I'm paying enough attention to hear myself say that when I review the footage, I'll...
I could have Jimmy and Oro in a match this week just to fill out the card. They have the same fight styles, but at least they're opposite face heel.
Cruiser
And then-
Cruiser gets not like a full boost, but we know this year we did get the confirmation on the email that it does, does decent.
Okay. Well, that's good. Now, I got 3 very tired boys. I have 1 very energetic girl.
Got it. Damn legs.
Yeah, legs. If I do this, it takes care of the Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt ordeal. But it's only gonna happen if I have a card on hand.
Anticipation builds.
All right. So I got 1 of them. So 1 of them might get hurty boy.
Pretty boy.
One of them might come away hurt. So it's a question of who would I rather protect. They're both 21 ring XP, but Howdy is 71 pop. But if Bray wins, they'll switch essentially. So that doesn't really matter. So I'd probably rather protect Bray Wyatt. So I'm gonna use it on him, and because he has less stamina. So I'm gonna push the envelope and just hope Uncle Howdy comes out okay. Or at least he's only hurt for like a week and I can bring him back. So, even though they're faces, I'm still going to have this lead off. And then I think we have pieced together arguably one of the greatest pieced together cards in recent Codyverse history.
Best
And
one of
the
this episode.
question, yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to hold there.
Hold the line.
Since I have the cards and everything, I'm gonna save my money. Maybe down the road we bring in, because I need to get my women's up and running. I need another female so I can have some tag team action, because Cody enjoys tag team action, as we all do. So
Hell yeah.
I think that's a good thing. We got Gunther Warrior booked. We're gonna get this promise knocked out. We knocked out this promise, and we get our card this week. So I think everything's all good over here on NXT 2.0. Can't say the same about Raw.
Me neither, man. Okay.
Oh,
hold
he
on.
does still get. He's just emailing you from Hollywood. That's crazy.
Oh no, dude.
Film
Okay, here we
your
go.
movie,
Triple H.
buddy.
Oh, brand consultant when
What the
given an
hell?
hour of her time. It could be a free trial for one of their courses, how to take Raw to the top. They have 3 categories you can choose from. Superstars have feelings too, 5-star booking, and dominating the competition with a smile.
I don't think you need any of that stuff, honestly.
I don't really. Yeah, thanks. I'm out of here. I'm gonna need some 5-star booking, baby. That's what we need right now. Superstars have feelings too. I feel like that's gonna be a morale thing. Dominating the competition with a smile is gonna attack you guys, and I got enough of that. So give me some 5-star booking. What do we get? Whoa! Oh, it's a Iron Man's gonna receive a higher than normal rating.
5-star match, unless it's Sarcophagus, at which point it might be 3.5.
Yeah, it's true. And speaking of, thanks for your work, but get the hell out of here, Sarcophagus. Put on such a horrible match at Bad Blood that you're just, it's over. It's over for you. We got another interesting offer. Triple H coming to me with all the handouts, baby. We're gonna get Scott Hall on your show for 1 week.
Hey,
I'll see if I can fit him in. No, it's an honor, baby, without the U. Damn.
Oh, Scott Hall, there he
Oh.
is.
Damn straight.
Damn straight, it's an honor.
Don't waste the opportunity of this brush with greatness. Okay.
Extend him, then trade him to me.
Hell yeah. Might have, or have to trade him to WCW. Yeah, what the hell? Can't believe you didn't put me in the PLE. Yeah. Except I'm in Hollywood making a movie, dude. Wouldn't give me that tag match with Williams, and now this. I thought I could trust you. Oh, shit. Superstars above 65 popularity lose 15, and 7 randoms get 35 popularity. Using at least one specialist superstar in a match increases its quality. That's wild card. Specialized shows matches with only specialists have boosted qualities, but ew, that one's awful. Lose extra stamina only,
especially when you have the other one right next to it. That's significantly better. I mean,
easily. Who do I got above 75 or 65? Sorry, it's gonna be. Oh man, Scott Hall's gonna get knocked there too if I do this. I've worked so hard to bring these guys up, and we would. I mean, one of them could obviously get that popularity right back, but Sarcophagus could also grab that too, and she's out of here. So I think I'm gonna go with the least scary option with wildcard, using one specialist superstar, because we do got a fair amount of specialists. If we take a look, I think they're probably at the bottom. Yeah, we got at least 3. I think we could probably change somebody else too.
I'm going through changes.
Whoa, you don't want to get copyright claimed. That was pretty close.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tone it
Tone
down.
it down, huh?
Limited stock. If we have a tables match this week, we'll probably just because why not? What do we got here? I could add 10 weeks, but that's gonna burn a week. And I do not have. Oh, I do have a contract negotiation. We are going to throw an immediate contract negotiation onto Scott Hall. I think that's the smartest thing we could do.
Boom.
Get a couple free weeks out of that. What else? I'm also going to. No, I'm going to book my show first, and then we're going to go back to logistics and take a little looky-loo at that. So who could Scott Hall? We've got a lot of heels on this team. I think immediately I'm thinking he comes in and attacks Farouk. And without a world title, of course, Kevin Owens busy for 3 more weeks filming his movie. We'll get to that later. Oh, other than that, we got stamina. We can work with this. We can work with this. Think of the. Ooh, you can give me something to work with.
No, I was gonna say I'll give you some advice or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If I throw on the title, it's gonna take a little more stamina off of these ladies. Of course, Natalia, just at the pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. So I think I will throw this in because this should have been at the pay-per-view. PLE, whatever you want to call it. So we will leave that, and we will get our 2 newest ladies from NXT 2.0 after that trade. We're gonna get them in a match. I think we're also going to start up Brooks Jensen versus. Oh. We got Abyss versus Sami Zayn, so I don't want to wipe that. I think Brooks needs an opponent for the next few weeks. And I'm thinking we need to, because that, oh man. Of course, Karrion Kross is his boss. Can't really do that. Drew McIntyre's got some. We might need to sign someone. Or, actually, Ron Truth. Ron the Truth Killings is right here, baby. And I think that's going to work, especially Bruiser Fighter. Just give Brooks Jensen something to work towards for the next few weeks while the, tag champions are kind of busy. So we are going to get Farouk and Scott Hall going, and this is probably going to open, and I think we'll open it with a tables match. Two legends just going at it in a tables match. Stamina-wise, I think Abyss and Sami Zayn got to keep it going here. Actually, I might put them in the tables match. And we'll do maybe a last man standing. And then, interestingly enough, what I think I want to do somehow is I don't know if this makes sense to do right now.
It's whatever your heart tells you.
Please do the thing that doesn't make sense.
Because I eventually want Sean Spears to be good, but I can't just change him and have him face. So what I'd have to do, I want to be good.
It's like, damn, I didn't realize he was bad.
He was bad. Well, he's a bad boy.
Right.
So what I could do is just flip them both right now. And that way the rivalry is still good. And then when it's over, Sean Spears is face and Oba will be a heel, and I'll just have to deal with that later.
Genius.
Instead of trying to, the only bad thing about this is I could wait till it's over and just flip Sean Spears and save 10 grand. But we'll think about that. Demon Finn Balor. Ooh. Alexa Bliss. Well, we can do Cruiser. So she is going to call out Kalani Jordan for that IC title. Demon Finn is looking a little grumpy. Do I have anything to make him not grumps? We could throw him in a hell spa. It would kind of help, but not really. Yeah. We're going to need to maybe get him in a match. And that way, if we can get a call out going here. Because I'm a little nervous about Demon Finn coming for some money. So let's take a look at the free agents.
Chase.
We could.
Chase.
What is Demon? Is he a bruiser or a fighter? He is a fighter. Damn it. No, I don't want to get Jalen Brunson anyways. No, that's not what we're doing. We need to get him at least a decent opponent. He needs to be good. He needs to be a bruiser. Can I go up one, or is that an extra? Oh, I could do icons for the same scouts. Do it. We got the money.
Let's go.
Oh, Roman Reigns.
You won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What?
And then Cheek's boy over on the right.
Hell yeah, dude.
Probably
Sorry,
Jack's whole
Grumpy.
roster.
Sign 2 of the 3 right there.
Oh, okay. 2 of the 3. What? Why not 4?
Oh yeah, Nick Nosedive. I didn't see him down there.
Nick Nosedive coming back to Canada's roster.
Title of the video: Raw goes off the deep end.
I think I need to do Roman Reigns. All the
Big dog.
yeah.
Please.
I think we're gonna do Roman Reigns. entire season 178, 5 weeks. We can get him for an extra. I think I'm gonna do it. And he's good. He's coming in. He is 5 of 5 on the mic though for Big E. 5 of 5 for
Yeah.
And like a 2, even though it says 3. I don't believe it.
Same.
That 67 popularity is calling my name. 18 ring experience. He's closer than the other 2. But do I care about that level 5 mic skill? Ooh. I don't. I'm signing Roman Reigns.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I think I'm just gonna do it for. Let's just do 9 weeks in case he's not included in our plans for WrestleMania. And if he is, we probably will have at least some money to sign him for 1 week. That's gonna be my plan.
Interesting.
Right there.
Boom.
Roman Reigns.
OTC.
Wow.
Perfect. Because Demon Finn Balor, I just realized that's not going to help his grumpiness if he loses this match. So do I have a fixed match card? Oh boy. I do not. What I'm going to do
is release Roman Reigns.
is release Roman
Sign
Reigns.
Nick Nosedive.
Is fine. No, not a run-in. Or I have to tank this match and sign somebody like Nick Nosedive. But what week?
Man.
I think I will. I don't know if that's actually even a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And we're gonna have Roman Reigns run in and attack Demon Finn Balor. I feel like if I make this one something like an Extreme Rules match, he will win it because it's like he's not gonna. Or
Well,
he
if
could
it's
get
normal, he
disqualified.
would win by the DQ potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it normal. Actually, good point there, Cody. Only Cody would have made that point.
Well, okay. I got.
Oh, okay. Oh, they didn't have. Okay, thank goodness. I thought they had a rivalry, but that must have just maybe that was the last few weeks. Had to try it, and it's gonna work. So we're gonna get this going for a couple weeks at least. We gotta figure out why Karrion Kross is getting called out, but we'll get there. Last man standing. Farouk. I think that's fine. We'll work with that. I think it's a great opener. Title match to close the show. I don't think. Oh, and then I think what I want to do is we're gonna grab our tier 4 arena, baby. We're gonna go from 10,000 fans to 20,000 fans, and the tickets are raising up 50 cents, baby.
Can't afford
Cost,
that.
cost just went up.
Yeah, inflation. Boom, 108,000 left. We got 52 on the show.
Blew that big wad.
I know. I don't want to sit on it. I could blow it even more and then not have money for my show.
Hell yeah.
Let me take a look. Oh, we're gonna get closer to our tables master. That's the one we're gonna get for the. I don't have to worry. I was worried I wasn't gonna get 5, but we're gonna get 10 We're gonna get 10 tables matches, and of course tag teams are gonna come back too. Every show has a different match type. I'd like to do that. And match type is the. Oh no, it's match rules. Oh fuck, match type's gonna be tough to do.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that this week. We'll get there. We'll use that for next season. We'll use the to the moon next week. Okay. I think this is what I want to do. One last look here. All right, I'm sending her in. Oh,
Select Poison Brain increase the price of all new contracts signed next week by 25K. I don't remember if I was planning to do a search tonight or not. I had game planned this show in my head after we recorded Bad Blood, but I don't remember, so we're going to see how much comes back. We lost one of our major talent scouts. Hiring new talent is going to cost more until we can replace them. Luckily, I have a replacement of mine, but she can't get here until next week. Okay, so, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Crowd's been getting behind me. It's time we capitalize on that. Should give me top billing in the upcoming show. I want the main event. And then Shaq comes in and says, "Excuse me, Hoss. It's pretty obvious the crowd wants me in the biggest matches. It should be me who gets the main event. I assume you agree, DeVille." Okay. What is... So I know 6. Okay, they're both super happy. Because this would not have been my plan tonight. So I think we're gonna say that I'm not making the promises there. They're both smiling with teeth, so we should be able to keep at least smiles. Small decreases to both. 6 is still smiling with teeth, as is Shaq, so no disaster there yet. All right, Asuka. Hey, bosses, hope it takes the first time off. Can I get 2 weeks off? I think that is fine because the women's tag feud is level 3. We intentionally left at level 2 to use it on the Go Home show to be able to carry it into the new month. So I got to be careful with when I trigger this to level 4 so it doesn't get stale, and also is level 4 when I need to blow off the feud. So we will tell Asuka that she can have the time off, and she won't forget it. She's glad she joined WCW. Thank you.
Aww.
Okay. Change up class and role change promos cost 75% less. Definitely could have used that when I was like turning half my roster last month, but I didn't know I was gonna be turning half my roster. Superstars who cut promos get 3 ring XP, and then generous fighters, fighter superstars, triple the cost but double the fan game of charity promos. That one can be great if you have the right promo cutters in position, and one of them is gonna be resting. Tatum is not a strong promo. Randy's a 4. Saban's a 2. So I don't have the strong promo game on WCW. I think Shelly's also a 2. So I don't think I would get the value out of that outside of Randy doing it. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So it's between... I'm trying to think if I need class and role change promos right now. I'm trying to think if there was... I think I had 1 turn I wanted to make in this build, but I don't really have a lot. Actually 2 turns, but I think I'd rather just gain some ring XP here. So anyone cutting a promo over the course of this month on the build to Survivor Series will get 3 bonus ring XP.
Hell yeah.
Promises. So we got a GM interference for Xavier that we need to do on this episode of MyGM. So I've got this episode of WCW or the next one. Gauntlet Eliminator for Network Special. So I think we do that for sure. And then my challenges, mentioned it the last couple episodes, but just to keep refreshing, I've not done this once. So the Match Type Master I'm not getting. Backstage Brawls are pricey, and these I probably won't get to. So I'm probably not going to have any new challenges. Oh, okay. Little delayed there, but pre-match physio courtesy of 6 and his level 25 boosty boy there. We could get another physio, could get a health spot. I think we're good there. Fixed match might be tempting in case somebody starts getting pissed. And we might use that because if you saw last episode, I made the trade for Randussy, and Randussy came with not a like full angry face, but a pouty face, which was unfortunate. Oh, we got 2 fixed matches. Okay. Do we want a third? Maybe. So the thinking was to try to guarantee him some sort of victory early on so he can have a little boost to his morale. And then if that doesn't work, I do I have? Yeah. I have 2 Superstar GM2s that could do a fairly big raise to somebody's morale, so I've got options if I need to do so, because I don't want him storming off pissed off because we gave up a level 25 to get him. So we are going to... I'll tinker with the match order, just kind of looking around at the staminas, where things are right now. So we're going to have a call-out promo here. It was hinted at in the build to Bad Blood. We had the big feud between Kofi Kingston and Axiom. Kofi was the one coming on top at the end of that feud, and since Tony won the world title, we are going to position Kofi for a world title feud with Tony D'Angelo here. And I would say hopefully this ends at Survivor Series in case I win the Royal Rumble special. But I've never won the Royal Rumble special, so this might be your Mania feud because I don't win the Rumble. It's just not. It's not my vibe. You know, that's no one wants to win that. Okay.
Try to reverse the jinx all you want.
No, there's no way I will ever win it. Okay, so the women's side of things, we've got the women's tag feud. Asuka's going to be off for a couple weeks. Our women's world championship went to Julia when we had our women's gauntlet. The decision I've got to make is her next feud. She had a feud with Tamina that just finished. At the start of the year, she had the feud with Tatum, and I don't think I want to just run that back. So this was the thing where one of the turns was either going to be Julia or her next opponent, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn Io Sky heel, and then Io Sky will end up in a feud with Julia. So we're going to go ahead and do a role change here for Io. Then we are going to have, since Jade and Bianca are just hanging out this week, we are going to go with Tatum Paxley taking on Bianca, since they would have the class, little singles feud depth there. Then we are going to have Jade take on Kairi Sane. They've got the feud, or the class matchup there. Then we're building the Guns in the NWO, but the NWO need breathers. We've got Woods and Mankind currently sitting there, but if I don't do the GM interference this week, I need to do it next week. We need to get Randy in the ring, and we are going to go with a big move here, as Randy is going to take on Tommaso Ciampa tonight on his first night, and he is going to win the United States Championship upon arrival. Unless I accidentally select the wrong person. There we go. Randy's going to win the belt. We're going to go ahead and grab another one, so we'll stay with two of those. Physio I still might grab, we'll see. So Randy's going to take the U.S. title night one. And then we've still got this level 3 with Nathan Frazier and Chris Sabin. So that was the other turn I was debating on, is I could pull a Big Show here and have one of these guys turn heel, have the blow-off match for their feud at, say, the go-home show, and then just turn the person back face right away. But I want to do the turn this week. I'm just trying to think of the other kind of feud I was thinking would be Fraxium versus the Baldies. But I would have to start that with a Fraxium promo, and they've got pretty good stamina here, and we've got our promos cruising along. So let's go like this. So we're gonna go Shaq, Axiom. Actually, they could just go one-on-one. Or okay, I'm gonna put it one-on-one for now to see what it looks like here. So if I go Shaxium against each other, and then if I wanted to do the triple threat way that I've been set up, or I could just do my GM interference this week. Let's do that. So Woods, we're not going to GM interfere on Mankind, so actually let's clear that for now. Someone's getting to come in for a night and get their ass handed to them. We're going to go Hula Hank. I would love to just kick Jackson Smooth's ass as Sonya Deville, but this is going to rate pretty bad either way for this match, but heel is going to be worse. So Hula Hank, shout outs, you know, the best Hank in the business, Hank Hill. The boys and I got to watch the new season of King of the Hill finally. So pretty good stuff. If you haven't watched it yet, as 3 avid King of the Hill viewers, we all greatly enjoyed our time watching. So if you're on the fence for some reason, you haven't still watched it, you know, a month later, Trust us. We're trustworthy, guys. Ooh, I just realized, hold on. This is probably something I want to do. So I went to sign somebody, and then, like, seeing a contract made me think of adding a contract, and I was like, oh, shit.
I can't do that.
Yeah, so we might do... Okay, I gotta use brain power here, not my strongest ability. We're gonna physio Tony. So we are gonna buy the other one, just so I'm sitting on 2. In case things get dicey. Not an expensive card, but a very useful card. We need it. We're gonna clear this for a second. We're gonna go Gauntlet Eliminator here. So we've got Tony on a temp contract, Shaq on a temp contract. Did not mean to do that. Mankind on a temp contract, and then we're gonna. Oh, in my head, I could just like move them there. So Mankind's probably most expensive. Shaq is actually going to be more expensive than Tony because of the popular. Well, Tony's real freaking popular now. Is he 4 on the? Oh, he's 3 on the mic. I still think it'll be Shaq and Tony, and then we're gonna still go Axiom, hoping we get lucky with Axiom triggering a feud with Shaq. And then we're going to hope this call out works and doesn't get overwritten. If it does, I'll have to pivot, but that network special is too good to not snag there. So good thing I was about to sign somebody because that triggered my brain. Hula Hank is still coming on board. We still think you should watch the new season of King of the Hill on Hulu. Non-sponsored. Then
Sponsored yet.
True. Oh, true. They're going to see that King of the Hill tournament. And they're like, oh, we gotta get linked up with these guys for big content, big future. I don't know why I had them talking like season 1 Brooks Jensen, but it's fine. All right. So Sonya interferes for Woods. We got the Gauntlet Eliminator. This takes care of the Woods promise, so we're good on promises. Let's get this curve. So it's either the Eliminator. What's the maximum quality boost? So I think we're gonna go with the Eliminator. In the main, we got a lot of high popularity there. This is a title match, but the popularity is not as high. There's no feuds anywhere on this show, so it's not a terrible show, but I don't think it's going to be a lights out one either. And then that leaves us just kind of looking at what we've got in front of us here. We're going to have Julia call out Io Sky to try to kickstart that after her role change. And then let's just go ahead, full send the call outs here. We're going to have the Guns call out the NWO again, who aren't in the building tonight. And I think that is it. I don't think we've got any other cards we want to use this week, so we are good to go and send it in.
Oh, baby. Here we go. Okay. We know coming in how risky this was. We kind of protected Bray Wyatt with his pre-match physio, but Uncle Howdy's going in Raw. Let's see. Bray Wyatt wanted this rematch, so we gave it to him right away, a little bit sooner than I thought, again with the staminas, but I didn't want to sign anybody, so we had to fill out a card. Was it the best way to go about it? I don't know, but we roll the dice, and we live with the result. In the family feud, Uncle Howdy maintains the belt. Bray Wyatt gets his rematch, and thankfully, for my sake, no one gets hurt. So we survive, but a 3-star opener is tough.
And real quick, I just want to say, just in case someone in the comments knows, because I just heard it there during the counting. So when the most recent patch came out, some of the audio in the game is super wonky. We recorded a Universe video before we recorded this that'll come out later, where there was like no crowd ambiance anymore, even though we had it on. And there's weird, like, on the counts here or the audio feeds in MyGM, there's like weird delays or certain things don't happen. I'm just curious if anybody watching since the patch that came out, I think on the 20th of August, knows kind of a fix for the audio or how to get it back normal. So if you know, please let us know in the comments below. And if you're watching this in the premiere, still let me know in the comments below in case I missed the comment in the premiere for any reason.
Thank you for the PSA. Now, Bret Hart and Batista, they're not done with the Usos. In fact, they're just getting started. They think that they can be the most ultimate tag team on the NXT brand, but the Usos know that their bond is an unbreakable one and that they are the premier tag team on the brand. The rivalry grows to level 2. Let's see where it goes. Can Bret Hart and Batista, the most unlikely of teammates, can they take over? I don't know. Whatever. I'm done talking about it. I got nothing. That's it. We move on to Thea Hale, Nia Jax. Two friendly foes getting into the ring. Nia Jax, new to the brand. Can she start out with a big W, or does Thea Hale welcome her? Okay, never mind. Nia Jax, a dominating force. I'm very excited to get her. We need to get her potentially in some tag team wrestling. I think she'd be good for that. If we can get her a worthy partner, which we might have to go to the free agent market and sign her. But Jey Uso switches over. He's a good guy now. He wanted a role change for whatever reason. Maybe he just was tired of being angry. He just wants to put a smile on his face, just like we all do. And then Rey Mysterio, Braun Breaker. After seeing my first match, this arguably should have been the lead on NXT tonight. But Braun Breaker trying to rebound after a couple of devastating losses recently. I've gave him some big shots and some big moments. So here he is, just back on a mid-card, trying to climb up that ladder. Can he do it while taking down one of the best to ever do it? No. Braun Breaker is still struggling on the brand. Rivalry grows to level 2. 3-star match.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then, thank you, Sol Ruka buys Trish Stratus some time while she's at the spa taking a break. Sol Ruka, though, also low on stamina, and very low on the mic skill, mind you. But she picks up the mic, picks up the slack, gets the rivalry to grow to level 3, and we continue to thrive. And then the mid-card match of Oro Mensah, Jimmy Uso. I'm really hoping this does not spark a new feud because Oro Mensah is in a rivalry with Ilya Dragunov. So hopefully that stays as is, but we get a good match nonetheless. Oro Mensah, Jimmy Uso, and Usi. Okay, no, nothing changes there, which is good. And a mediocre match. Man, this is a tough show for me so far. This is not going to bode well. I'm going to have to unload a ton of power cards in the next couple of weeks to make up for my flaws here on the card tonight. And then Ilya Dragunov does switch heels, so now his rivalry with Oro Mensah will be a little more impactful. So very happy to get that straightened out because we need all the help we can rivalry-wise. And then here we go, the main event. Gunther wanted this. Ultimate Warrior. Actually, Triple H wanted it. We get boost for this. Ultimate Warrior versus Gunther.
Yeah.
In the last man standing title match. Does the title change hands? Or is the Ultimate Warrior the ultimate champion? Or does Gunther chop him to death?
Warrior!
Oh, let's go. In a classic
Oh, he did, yeah,
match.
true. He did say it was boosted. Yep.
Boosted. But no rivalry. But it doesn't matter because Warrior is still champ and he's still looking for a worthy rival. Gunther might not be worthy enough. So there we go. A good end that I desperately needed to a lackluster card.
They'll be able to boost triple threats and 4-ways too. Helps some
Yes,
others
sir.
too.
Yes, sir.
Before Raw kicks off, we start with a little screen that says WWE Productions. And of course, this is a trailer for Kevin Owens' new movie. It says, this summer, one man will face the sweetest threat the world has ever known. Kevin Owens is Sergeant Jean-Guy Mappel, a mall cop in Montreal with nothing left to lose. We see Kevin Owens powerbombing a thug into a table stacked with maple syrup exploding everywhere. He says, not on my watch, bud. Until a ruthless cartel tried to steal Canada's most precious resource, maple syrup. And then we see Kevin Owens sliding across the hood of a car while eating a Timbit. From the producers of Poutine Apocalypse comes the action comedy thrill ride of the year, Kevin Owens in Maple Justice. We see Kevin Owens yelling as a syrup truck explodes. He says, sweet revenge. Coming soon to a theater near you. Man, I want to watch Maple.
Hell yeah, I'd go see that.
Maple Justice. Hell yeah, dude. So match 1, we got Farouk, newcomer, coming over from WCW. He wants to show dominance, and what other way? Nick Aldis says, you want to make an impact on Raw. We got Scott Hall for 1 week, or so you thought, because we chatted with Scott Hall, and he's agreed to stick around to the PLE. If we want him for the Rumble, we're going to have to negotiate with the bad guy. But for now, we got him, so we'll see what he can do. And Nick Aldis said, if you want to make an impact, this has got to be a last man standing match. What other way to make an impact, baby? And it is Farouk's match, a 3.5 stars, starts the rivalry. And that's because during the match, Farouk hits a spine buster through the announce table. You know, that never, ever happens. So, of course, Scott Hall is taking offense to that. He couldn't answer the 10 count, unfortunately. And that's going to start that rivalry. Sean Spears has been putting in work with the audience in house shows. He's coming out. He's doing stand-up. He's taking pictures with the crowd. He's signing autographs. He's doing all the great stuff to get the crowd really behind him. And it seems to be working for the guy. Match 2, Demon Finn Balor. What does he hates? He hates Canadians, and Nick Nosedive is unfortunately apparently Canadian because he's here tonight. And you know what? Canadian, like Nick Nosedive, you could see him doing a polar plunge up north. You could see him swimming around Lake Ontario, probably growing a third arm because nobody's on Lake Ontario. Yeah. I didn't say third leg, chill.
Yeah, he already has that.
No, stop it. And Demon Finn Balor interrupts him, says, you're the proof of why Canada is a joke. And of course, as these two kick off, yes, thank God. It doesn't matter because as before the match, like the bell immediately rings and a guy in a hood slides into the ring and Superman punches Demon Finn Balor. He takes off the hood, and yes, it is the OTC arriving on Raw. Why he decided to save Nick Nosedive's life, we'll never know because it didn't start a rivalry. Maybe we'll find out next week why Roman Reigns has decided to attack Demon Finn Balor. Sean Spears comes back out, and he's trying to, like I said, it's a commercial break. He's putting in work here. He's high-fiving fans. He's taking some pictures. Oba Femi comes out, storms out, clobbers him from behind, says, stop with this nonsense. You're supposed to be focused on wrestling, not this entertainment shit that you're doing right now. And as he's absolutely clobbering Spears, just clubbing blows from behind, Sean has nothing left. He's just absolutely destroyed, and this crowd starts booing Oba Femi, kind of confused. He's like, what? Like, I thought this is what you want. No, the crowd wants entertainment, Oba, and Oba's pissed about that. He just wants pure wrestling. Match 3 here. Both of these women arrived on Raw earlier tonight. We get that earlier tonight on Raw segment, and they both have arrived at the exact same time in their Ubers. And they're, you know when the wrestlers arrive on the shows now, they like do that little walk down the arena scene, and they're like, oh, this person's just arriving. That's what they're trying to do, but the camera's going back and forth between Candice LeRae and Fallon Henley, both newcomers from NXT 2.0, and the camera doesn't know who to pan to, so they're both kind of arguing and fighting for camera time. And as they're pushing each other, Nick Aldis comes out and says, what better way to get camera time than to get into a match tonight? Settle it in the ring, ladies. And that's exactly what they're about to do. And Candice LeRae, she nails a wicked stepsister. I looked up her finisher just now.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Stomps her Fallon's head for the 3 count, a 2-star match. doesn't start a rivalry, we will work on getting a rivalry popping there. Alexa Bliss said, did you see my match at Bad Blood? If it was anybody else in Sarcophagus, that would have been 5 stars. And I'm going to start with a 5-star person right now. The Women's IC champion is champ for a reason, and I want that belt back around my waist. And it works. We pop a rivalry. Kalani Jordan's down for the challenge. Match 4, tables match, baby. Abyss versus Sami Zayn. Of course, Abyss absolutely mocking Sami Zayn, saying you lost Kevin Owens to Hollywood. And Sami snaps back saying, Kevin's in a movie, but I'm here right now, and I'm here to fight you, Abyss. And that tables match is underway, but of course, tables set up all around the ring, inside, outside, a couple in the corner. Where is this one going to go? But of course, Sami Zayn comes at Abyss, tries to hit him with a hell of a kick, but as he kind of goes up with the kick, Abyss kind of like ducks it and grabs him by the torso and kind of lifts him up. It's like a choke slam, spine buster deal. Holds him high up in the air, walks over to the edge of the ring, throws him out like it's the Royal Rumble happening in 5 weeks. And Sami Zayn goes crashing through a table. Abyss going to take that one. Karrion Kross, he comes out and he says, of course the world champion is going to choose Hollywood over Raw. Sami Zayn is useless. Spears is pathetic. You know what? I think Demon Finn Balor is right. Balor is right. Canadians are embarrassing. R-Truth comes out. He's dead serious. And he says, hold up. My grandmother is Canadian. That makes me quarter Canadian. So I'm taking offense. And Kross says, that's literally not how citizenship works. You're American. And he goes, doesn't matter. I'm Canadian now. I want my poutine, my hockey, and I want to be the maple syrup champion. And so the crowd starts chanting, truth is Canadian. So I guess R-Truth is going to be identifying as Canadian for a couple of weeks. And in the main event, oh God, I'm going to try to do a Becky Lynch voice here. It's going to come out
Not right. Wearing anything I'd do.
She comes out into Nick Aldis's office and says, you booked Alexa Bliss and sarcophagus? Oh, fuck, that was horrible. I'm not like this. That's bollocks, Natty. You're a disgrace for losing your rep match, and I'm taking back what's mine tonight. Natalya smirks. The man is jealous, of course. So this one is going to be for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and hopefully we can lock in a better than that. It was a late night last night getting home from Cheeks, so I'm going to blame it on that.
Or tuckered out.
Yeah, tuckered out. Of course, this one, 4 stars. This one went back and forth. Natalya trying to lock in some sharpshooters. We got to try and lock in a disarmer. But eventually, after a manhandle slam, it wasn't over. She locks in the disarmer out of just disrespect, wanted her to tap out. And of course, Natalya has no choice but to tap out right dead center of the ring. And Becky Lynch is our world champion once again.
And then we head over to WCW. And at the start of the night, the Baldies are in the ring together. And Tommaso Ciampa, he's feeling confident, man. He's been turning over a new leaf, but it's not a great leaf. It's just a crappy, evil leaf. And he's holding the United States Championship. And again, he says he's above this championship. Nobody will ever take this title from me. And then all of a sudden, Randy Orton makes his way out to the stage. The Baldies look, HR is super confused, and Randy grabs the mic and says that Tommaso Ciampa, I too was once not really bald, but I shaved my head super crazy at one point in time. And I mean, I usually keep it pretty short, so I kind of connect with you, but not fully. I think what you're doing to the United States Championship, I think it's terrible. It needs to be saved. The U.S. are 2 great letters, but there are 3 letters that are even greater, and those letters are R, KO, and the crowd's fired up. And Randy reveals he's fighting for the United States Championship tonight. As the match is going on, Shaq is tossed from ringside, and Tommaso Ciampa trying to argue with the official to allow Shaq to stay ringside. He turns around and suddenly gets hit with an RKO Randussi gets the United States Championship, 3.5 stars, and they start a feud. Kofi Kingston making his way out to the ring. He's got a big smile on his face. He is feeling amazing because on the go home to Bad Blood, he won a triple threat match that closed out his feud with Axiom, and he was pretty vocal. Whether it was Six, whether it was Tony, he felt like he deserved a shot at the world title. And Kofi Kingston makes his way out to the ring and has revealed just that. The Sonya Deville has granted him the opportunity to be the next challenger for Tony D'Angelo's WCW World Championship. He lets Tony know that his days are numbered because it's a new day for a new era in WCW. Jade Cargill, Kairi Sane, these two have been opposite sides of a tag feud, but Asuka's gone for a couple weeks, and Jade and Kairi are going to fight one-on-one. Jade lets Bianca know that, hey, I love you, but if Kairi Sane can't have Asuka ringside, I don't want you out there. I want to prove that we are better. We lost our tag belts. We're going to get them back. I'm going to make a statement by myself. And she does just that. Kairi Sane, Jade Cargill back and forth. But Kairi Sane tries to hit the insane elbow. Jade Cargill able to roll out of the way, lift Kairi to her feet, drop her with Jade, and get a 2.5 star victory. And a feud begins. The promo is going to combine with the next one, so we move along to Bianca Belair versus Tatum Paxley. And Bianca Belair is trying to also build momentum for her team, but she doesn't get to fight Asuka. She gets to fight Tatum, who finished off her feud with Io Sky. She's been dressing as Io Sky, been performing Io Sky's moves, and she's still in her Io Sky attire tonight. And as the match is going on, Io Sky comes out to ringside and starts screaming, Tatum, what are you doing? Let it go. We're done. It's over. And Bianca's just kind of watching on as Io Sky walks and grabs a chair and is getting, like, preparing, it appears, to hit Tatum Paxley with the chair. And the referee steps and takes the chair away from Io. And then Io takes a shot at Bianca Belair. She is actually bought into whatever the hell Tatum Paxley has been promoting to her. She came up short. She lost her title. Tatum got in her head. And so Io feels that, you know what? Maybe this is what I need to unify myself with. Maybe this is what I need to associate myself with. So Io Sky and Tatum Paxley, they give each other a handshake in the ring, a hug in the ring, and Tatum Paxley is so excited. And then Julia tries to call out Io Sky, tries to challenge the former champion for the next opportunity, but Io Sky is so ingrained in whatever possession Tatum Paxley has over her that Io does not respond, so the feud does not begin. But then Xavier Woods recently walked up to Sonya Deville and said, from one GM to another, we should help each other out. If I got to wrestle on your brand, let's at least make sure I'm getting some damn wins. You know what I mean? And so Sonya agreed, and out came Hula Hank, just, doing little hula dances out to the ring, giving lays to the people in the front row, and all of a sudden, boom, Xavier Woods gloms him in the aisleway, throws him into the ring, and while the referee's confused, Sonya tells the ref, ring the bell, says count fast, and Woods gets a very quick 1, 2, 3 in a 2-star match. And then the Motor City Machine Guns at Bad Blood. They said the NWO, their time was running out. Six was carried off in an ambulance. Kevin Nash was struggling. He was hurting. He was defeated in the cross-branded match. The NWO looks exposed, and the Guns say, look, they're not even here tonight. The NWO is not even here because they know we're right. The Motor City Machine Guns are going to take the tag team championships. That's the last thing the New World Order has. There's nothing that can save them from us. It falls apart. WCW becomes WCW once again. And then in the main event, earlier in the night, we get a little flashback to before the show started. One of those, like, earlier tonight, and then it, has like the WCW logo in the corner, little thing there. And Sonya Deville is talking to Tony D'Angelo about, wanting to extend his contract, but she's like, I also, I think I want to give Shaq a contract extension. He's been great. He's kind of he's the mainstream media guy. Like they're talking about us on the news, but, they don't talk wrestling on the news, but Shaq's here. So like we've been on ESPN, we've been on Fox Sports, FS1's got us covered. Like we're getting a lot of publicity. And she goes, I also just kind of randomly saw Mankind rocking in the corner petting a rat, and I don't know if he's gonna like attack me with his rat if I don't do something about that. So I'm a little concerned. So I've decided what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna have a gauntlet eliminator match with you three, and the winner gets an extension on their contract. You will get more time on WCW. And all of a sudden Axiom walks in the ring and he like does a fist pump and he's all fired up, and Sony's like, no, Axiom, like you have a full-time contract. You don't need this. And Axiom nods his head, and she's like, I know you're mute, but I know you're not deaf. Listen to me. You are on a full-time contract. And Axiom nods and then writes on a whiteboard and says, good luck to you three. Tonight, I win the contract. And then just runs to the ring. And so Sonya looks at Tony D'Angelo and says, you know what? You handle this. You knock him out of the match, please. It's an eliminator, so multiple people can be in the ring at once in this. So Shaq, you're going to go out next. If Tony's not getting it done, Mankind, you're my last hope. We can't have Axiom win this thing. He's already on a full-time contract, and Axiom on his full-time contract gets the win, and he is so excited. He's fired up. And he grabs a mic and he holds it up to his lips, and then he says absolutely nothing. So Nathan Frazier runs out to the ring, slides in, and he's trying to explain to Axiom, no, you didn't get anything. And then Axiom looks at Nathan Frazier, and Nathan Frazier drops his head and he goes, Axiom says it's an honor to earn this contract extension for the lovely fans of WCW. And the WCW fans are thinking, oh my God, we could have locked up one of those other guys long term, but they also love Axiom. So they're happy that he's happy. As they leave the ring, Nathan Frazier trying to explain, and Sonya Deville is furious as WCW goes off the air. And then we've got to close the week
I knew we were forgetting something.
ECW. But look, we'll give Armando, I would say his flowers, but I don't want him to have multiple flowers. He can have one flower. He put on
It's
a flower.
wilted.
Yeah. My flower is wilted.
Well, I need a window seat because this flower is wilting.
Oh, Lord.
But he put on a 5-star match at the play. So maybe Armando remembered how to book again. We're going to find out tonight. He's got, the opening contest and the main looked pretty good, so maybe he's unlocked some. Maybe he's starting to get scared. Candace catching up with all the money. He's like, no, I'm not having it. But it's going to be Akam and Orizar of the AOP taking on Trickbait for the tag titles in a tornado tag match. And the AOP get it done. 4-star contest to kick off the show. The rivalry goes up to level 2. And then Charlotte Flair with the charity promo says, come on, we need more flowers. And 2,000 fans, they don't give flowers, but they're like, yeah, no, we support you having more flowers that aren't wilted. And then Charlie Dempsey had an opportunity to get lost the ECW World Championship at the pay-per-view in the triple threat with Omos and Eddie. So he's trying to get back on track with a man who says, I do respect you, Josh Briggs, but Charlie Dempsey's more tuckered out than us after a crazy weekend, and it cost him here. The 15 stamina. Oh, buddy.
That's for the season, isn't it?
Yeah, unless he uses cards, he'd come back like literally right at the end. So if you're a big Charlie Dempsey guy, pour one out for him here.
He'll be back for Mania.
8-week injury for Charlie Dempsey, but as a reminder, as we build towards the Rumble, if that happens to one of us, that person would be ineligible for the Rumble. So even more reason for us three. Armando doesn't get to be in the Rumble because we can't enforce any of the Rumble rules upon him. So, sorry if you like Armando, he doesn't get to be in it. But that would be a scenario if that happened to one of us. He's out. Rivalry is up to level 3, but without rehab cards, that rivalry will gradually fade away. What won't fade away is this rivalry, but it also, will not increase. Sorry, I was just really caught up in the emotions of not seeing this rivalry go up. Nikita Lyons tried to call out Keanu James, but it didn't work tonight. Sorry about it. They're at whatever level they were previously at. But then Grace Waller, Giovanni Vinci, it's been very personal between those two ever since Giovanni Vinci told Grace Waller he was serving him up a bowl of loser soup. They've been going back and forth. Grace Waller's been trying to get his revenge, but soup is served once again tonight. 2.5 stars. Giovanni Vinci grabs the victory. And Austin Theory says, look, we need more fans. We need the flowers. We also need support from my boy Grayson. The loser soup is messed with him, so we need you all to rally to us. We need you all to rally to ECW. And his promo goes a little bit. Charlotte got 2,000. Austin Theory gets 2,500. Angelo Dawkins taking on Eddie Thorpe. New acquisition, Eddie Thorpe from NXT 2.0. And Eddie Thorpe going to come up short against Dog Daddy. 2.5 stars. Angelo Dawkins gets the win. They do start a feud. And then Alpha comes out to the ring and just makes a bunch of noises, man, because he's crazy. He's a wild animal. He's a wild, I guess he was, literally called a wild Samoan. I could just say that instead of wild animal. But like he's just screaming into the mic. It's kind of like giving vibes of like Donnie and the Wild Thornberries. And then Berto backstage is like, I know that bitch didn't just say that to me. So he comes out to the ring and they start brawling in the ring, and their rivalry goes up to level 4 in the process. And in the main event, it's Omos, it's Eddie Guerrero. Falls count anywhere for the ECW world title. Eddie won that belt in the triple threat match. Him and Omos have been feuding, but all of a sudden the very angry and frustrated Pat McAfee runs out to the ring, and just when it looks like Omos is gonna get the win, Pat McAfee takes a football and punts it right into the testicular region of Omos, dropping him to the mat. Eddie Guerrero goes up top. 5-star frog splash in this case. I know that's Rob Van Dam's move, but it's 5 stars, so you know what I mean. I was just kind of putting them together for a legendary main event. Eddie Guerrero keeping the ECW World Championship.
Maybe he did learn how to book.
He's reawoken. He had a rough stretch, and he's dialed back in just the way the viewers of this video should be dialed into Codyverse by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if they have not. For WCW, our rundowns here, 3.5 stars. Randy Orton takes the United States Championship from Tommaso Ciampa. New feud begins. 2.5 stars. Jade Cargill over Kairi Sane. And Jade Cargill, Kairi Sane started singles feud. Singles feud for Tatum Paxton, Bianca Belair. Tatum gets 2.5 star victory with the help of Io Sky. 2 stars for Xavier Woods. GM interference from Sonya there to take care of that promise. Main event, Axiom gets very confused, thinks he needs a contract extension, although he doesn't, and he was so motivated that he goes out and wins this match. 4 stars in the Eliminator over Tony D'Angelo, Shaq, and Mankind. Call side of things, Kofi Kingston starts a feud with Tony D'Angelo. Julia's call out to Io Sky does not work, and then the Motor City Machine Guns go to level 2 with the NWO. For NXT 2.0, 3 stars in the opener. Uncle Howdy hanging on to the North American Championship over The Fiend Bray Wyatt. 1.5 stars, Nia Jax defeating Thea Hale in her debut. 3 stars for Rey Mysterio defeating Braun Breaker. Their rivalry goes up to level 2. Jimmy Uso able to take down Ora Mensa in a 2-star match in the main event. 4.5 stars. Warrior takes down Gunther to keep his NXT championship. On the call side of things, tag call out. Batista calls out the Usos, getting to level 2. And then Sol Ruca pushes her feud with Trish Stratus out to level 3. For Raw, Farouk takes down the debuting Scott Hall in a 3.5 star last man standing match. They begin a feud. Demon Finn Balor gets that technical victory over Nick Nosedive as Roman Reigns. I had to do a lot right there. My brain about short-circuited. Runs in on that contest. 1.5 stars. 2 stars for Candice LeRae taking down Fallon Henley. We get 3 stars as Abyss wins the tables match over Sami Zayn. Their rivalry up to level 2. And in the main event, 4 stars. Becky Lynch able to get the women's championship back from Natalya. On the call side of things, Alexa Bliss starting a feud with Kalani Jordan, and R-Truth starting a feud with Karrion Kross. And then finally for ECW, 4 stars in the opener. Tornado tag action as the AOP take down Trick Bait to keep the tag team titles. Josh Briggs, 2.5 stars over Charlie Dempsey. The rivalry goes level 3, but Charlie Dempsey injured for 8 weeks. Giovanni Vinci, 2.5 stars over Grayson Waller, but they are already level 4, so no movement there. 2.5 stars for Angelo Dawkins, taking down Eddie Thorpe, and a new rivalry begins. Then the main event, 5 stars in the Falls Count Anywhere match. Eddie Guerrero gets the victory over Omos, but both men now have 0 stamina, so we'll see if Armando injures one of them, or I mean, he might get lucky. Maybe the AI just buys an ungodly amount of physios. You never know. Pat McAfee ran in and helped Eddie get the win. Call side of things, no movement on the Nikita Lyons Kiana James feud, but Afa and Berto are now up to level 4. For NXT 2.0, it's going to be a 110 rating score. They're going to get 5,000 fans, $60,000, and Miss Hillbilly was like, huh? Robot Fallon and Candice LeRae from NXT 2.0?
She's behind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to figure it out. Huh? Just absolutely a shocker. Not as much of a shocker as Ilya Dragunov becoming a bad guy, though.
True, yeah. Facts.
For Raw, they're going to get a 109 rating score. They are going to get 6,000 fans. They are going to get $85,000. Roman Reigns just came out and attacked Demon. Wow, that looked like it hurt. And then Glorious Hillbilly, different Hillbilly, but maybe they're sisters. Yeah, like brother and sister. Miss Hillbilly said, huh, in shock, and Glorious Hillbilly also, huh, in shock. I'm waiting for one of the other brands to just be like, huh? And it's like, whoa, that has nothing to do with us. Over on WCW, we're going to get a 114 rating score. We'll get 6,000 fans. We will get $26,000. And then Keyboard Figure says, huh? So Farouk got traded for Randy Orton. I can see how that makes sense for both brands.
Hell yeah.
And Rowdy Machine already just missing the old Ciampa before the Baldies became evil. The for ECW, a 112. I'm surprised they didn't get a better rating score, but they do get 12,000 fans. They did have a couple charity promos to help that out, but I thought their rating score would have been higher, all things considered. $24,000 their side. Charlie Dempsey can really take a hit, but it looked really painful, and it was so painful that he's injured for 8 weeks.
Ever.
For NXT 2.0.
Hell yeah, brother.
See, that's one of the ones I'm so used to, like, there being like a crowd cheer when these cards reveal. And that's one of those weird audio ones that, again, I'll say it again here. If you know, it happened after last update. I'm going to try to take it around and figure it out myself. But if you know of like a definitive fix, or if it's just we're SOL until 2K has to fix a VC glitch, then they also fix this, let me know in the comments. We appreciate it. But Get School 3 for Cheek for his commissioner goal. Sold out. Limited stock for Canada.
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Wow. Cheek, I'm sorry they don't cheer for you. I thought your card was pretty cool.
It's all right. I don't need your cheers.
All right, Canada, will they cheer for me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Wow. I didn't. Look, give an applause for Cheek in the comments too, because that's kind of mean. He's good. He's a good kid. He does. Yeah, woo! Woo! But Network Special coming WCW's way for allowing Axiom to get a contract extension that he didn't need. And these are the standings as we head into the next booking. So I am 90,000 ahead of Cheek. Cheek is 56,000 ahead of Armando, and Armando is 56,000 ahead of Canada. Speaking of,
Hamilton.
All right, so I'm starting off, and Woods appreciates me carrying through on the promises. He looks at, I do be looking out for talent. I do what I can out here.
Hell yeah.
All right, Ciampa, not happy about getting strapped last week. As a former champion, he's enacting his rematch clause, and that's easy enough, especially since the feud started there. So even though he's smiling with teeth, we'll go ahead and take care of this. So as long as he is involved in the next U.S. title match, we are golden. All right, so that'll be our only contract here. We do have contracts close to expiring this week. So obviously our plan there was, I also did think about like signing a jobber and tossing them in. Hindsight, that would have been a move, but Axiom getting a win. He's been building up, so we can make that work. Least popular cruiser in a match for Pocket Sand. Don't need pocket sand, but if I happen to get it, that's cool. Least popular cruiser would be Nathan Frazier, which is very possible actually because he's got a metric shit ton of stamina. We've got a new perk for Shackadelic here, basic morale or basic injury. We're gonna go. You know what? We're actually gonna. I usually don't do the injury, but his morale is really good, so we're gonna go basic injury in case I need to trot him out there and take a risk there. So Shaq, basic injury, powered card, special promotion is majestic, but I do not have a giant bankroll. Superstar GM, we have the better one, 2 of them, so I'll hold. This always tempts me. I always like having my match card boosts. Right now I've got a Tables, an Iron Man. I've got Tornado Tag, 2 Hell in a Cell. So we got quite a few, so I don't need this, but I might snag it if I'm in a spot. Special promotion would be great as well. So let's go ahead and start our booking here. So the first thing is, really want to get that women's feud, but Julia isn't one on the mic. So I knew there was a chance that, I mean, there's always a chance the call-outs don't work, but I knew the odds were against me. So I think I want to have, and I also do want to check this while I have this pulled up. So she is a specialist. I don't remember what she originally is. Oh, cruiser and specialist, just says it right there. So that does not matter for this feud, so I won't need to make a change there. But I think we're gonna just have Julia defend the belt against Io Sky to, again, hopefully start a feud there. We're willing to spend some time on that because that's where I was planning to go, and I don't really have it set up to go an alternate way. Okay, Tony. Let's just go ahead. Tony, sweetie, you need a spot A. You've gone through it. I think I have. Yeah, we've got a silver. Do I have any other ones currently? I do not. But we're still gonna send him. He's at 9 stamina. We gotta take care of the boy there. So we're gonna send him. Next thing I want to do. It's not a release here. I'm just looking. So I'm basing on how much the refund is kind of an idea what their contract will be. Obviously, Shaq is a higher XP now, and he's more popular. So but Mankind's level 20, so I think Mankind would be more expensive still, barely. So we're gonna go and give Mankind the contract extension. And that'll take care of that. Then we are going to go like this. That'll take care of our promise. 3 different classes. Shaq's got stamina to just kind of hang out here. And then again, if Sabin and Frazier gets level 4 and I want to do something like the go home show, I would need to turn Nathan Frazier before that, or set up the feud to end in a triple threat with someone else involved. But we can, face that if we get to that point. Then I want to do, kind of looking around here. So I think this time we're gonna have the NWO call out the guns, because Nash still needs another week. Then we're going to, it's a non-feud currently, but just for the sake of getting some guys out there, we're gonna have, or no, sorry, Sabin's in the other match, so we still might do a tag match. Just kind of looking here. No, we will not do a tag. Forgot we got Sabin there, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and give Randy his rematch now. Or excuse me, Ciampa his rematch now. And then, because kind of what I was thinking was I wanted to get Woods in the ring, but Mankind is tuckered out. So we are going to have, whoops, not that. We're going to have Mankind call out Woods. And then we might go with the ladies again here. We could do a fatal 4-way, but then let's toss fatal 4-way. Makes it easier for my brain to see what would be left for me to potentially book with. So it's me gonna have a match. We could go year 5 2. Okay. Let's do. We're gonna go Woods and Shelly. Non-feud, but it'll be Bruiser Fighter. So without a feud, that could do okay. Then we're gonna do a charity promo from Kofi. Although pushing his feud to level 2 with Tony would be tempting. But I think we're gonna go that route. We might double that down next week with a double down for those guys, but Kofi with a charity. And then we're gonna have Axiom with a self promo. And then just for my head cannon, I'm gonna go like that. And then I feel like the ladies might in the middle might do better than this because of the rivalries. This is gonna be close. This has all the unique classes, so I'm actually gonna go this way, and I'm gonna actually take this title match off in the name of trying to hit the curve, and then give this. I'm doing math in my head after what happened last week, so we're actually gonna hold for a second because I am gonna buy the special promotion because I know I obviously have enough now that'll just allow me to visually see the math. Yeah, so then we'll go Extreme Rules here in the opener. These guys got 3.5 last week, so I think with the rivalry they can do 3.5, if not 4. This can get 3.5. Charity promo can kind of avoid me from hard bombing the show here. The mid card feels decent. It's more about kind of building out, and yeah, I think we're golden here. So we will go ahead and send it in.
Send her in, Vern. Oh no, what does Armando want? Hey there, Nick. Been watching the progress of Raw this season. You're putting in a better fight than expected, but it won't last. Anyways, I expect to be at the top of the podium at the end of the season. Best of luck. Shut up.
Got him.
I've been talking a lot with Damon lately, and he's had this great idea. We should team up for a tag match. I think we'd actually make an awesome tag team because I hate Canadians too. So I say,
hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I get it, Oba.
Yeah. Don't make me cry. Demon Finn Balor says that loser Roman Reigns attacked during our last fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I want to settle things in the ring with him within the next 3 weeks. That's actually kind of perfect, actually. I could do a tag match with Oba and Demon against Roman and Sean Spears. Something the actual WWE would book like that instead of a singles match. Get that going right now so I don't forget. Demon Finn Balor and Oba Femi and Roman Reigns, OTC, and Sean Spears. I think we'll keep it just a normal match. And this did pop a rivalry. I thought it didn't. Maybe it was a different one I was thinking. These two didn't. So we're going right back at it, baby. Right back to the well. Not in the main event. I'll tell you that for free. The main event will be... It might have to be Scott Hall and Farouk again with their popularity and a level 1 feud. Although Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles have a level 3 feud. Yeah, but with the 25 ring experience, I think that one will take it up a little bit. Why don't we give, no, that's again Farouk, but Scott Hall's a TLC master. I think we'll try to rock this. Oh, we are in Hamilton, Canada. Love that. My hometown, baby.
No, it isn't.
Oh, sorry.
Your tiger cat?
Hell yeah, eat 'em raw, baby. Oski wee wee, Oski wawa. Holy Mackinac. Tigers, eat 'em raw. I know. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think you activated a sleeper agent on that. That was crazy.
I'm about to get that on a shirt.
It is on a shirt. That's the saying of Pigskin Pete, I think his name is.
Wow. Pigskin Pete.
Good old P.
Pete. Yeah, I pulled up the Oski wee wee baby, Oski wawa.
I'll pull out my Oski wee wee.
Damn it. I'm thrown off now. I don't know what to book.
All part of his plan. Get you
I think
flustered.
we'll open with AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre. Hold on, what's my thing? Do not book our most available bruiser for an Alaga 3. I think I'll step away from that one. Who's my most popular bruiser? It's probably probably Farouk, or yes, Farouk. That's not happening. I need those 1,000 fans in the worst way. Although throwing them into TLC is gonna make sure Farouk cannot fight next week. But I think I'm okay with that. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am actually. It's okay.
Ooh.
We can't be scared of our fears, or whatever that saying is. That
Can't
Cody
live in our
said.
fears, yeah.
There it is. Can't be scared of fears. I think that's the actual. Who's our tag champs here?
Is that Pigskin Pete?
Yes.
Who?
Cody, put Pigskin Pete in the video right here. The people need to see this.
Oh, the cheek. That is Pigskin Pete for sure. Yeah.
It's not what I had in my head.
No, I was not picturing this guy talking about Oski wee wees and Wawas.
Holy Mackinac. Tigers, eat 'em raw. Don't unsubscribe, please.
No,
It might be too late.
we're past that.
Channel's
point.
done. Hope you guys enjoyed our last video today. Just rewatch it and think about the memories.
We always have those memories. Abyss has more stamina. Although they could put on a good match, probably. I don't know who I would take out of this. We need that. And
I will say, though, real quick, tip of the cap to the United Kingdom. They are actually the #2 nation of Codyverse viewers. They beat Canada.
Damn.
Yeah, so,
Ooh.
you know,
Yeah.
I feel like we don't, you know, our UK viewers, man. Good day to
I
you.
love the UK. Hey,
Appreciate
that's the
you,
motherland. That's the
bruv. I
motherland.
think that's what they do.
Bruv.
Yeah. I
Hey,
can't do a
bruv.
British accent, so I would absolutely
bruvy.
drive that audience away if I tried it. So just, you know, appreciate you. I'm just going to talk at you like in my American tone, though. But I love you. Thank you.
I have Alexa Bliss call out Kalani Jordan. Bruv.
Hey, Brovy.
Brother. You want a bevy?
Stop.
Well,
You're
ski
fucking
way.
scaring them. Quit.
Quit it. That's money. That's fans. If we do 100,000, we can get an extra 1,000 or an extra 500 fans per episode, which is kind of calling my name. We are going to spend the 100K. I told you we're going to spend this money and get these assets spent before the end of the year. Should have looked at power cards first, but it's okay. There's nothing amazing there. I think we will save our Get Schools for the next season because I'm feeling pretty good about everything right now. We will keep that in our back pocket. Ooh.
Oh,
That timing would be so bad.
that would just be atrocious.
That's really bad timing to Cody.
Oh, that's so
Ooh.
bad.
That timing's like, that stings. That's how bad it is. Okay.
Ouch.
Ow. And I think, I don't know why I just decided to do that. It just, so hold on. I got a question for tribal knowledge. I need,
I might be in too much pain to answer.
okay.
I'm
I
sure.
think you'll answer. I need one of different match types. Does normal count as a match type? Like
I've
different.
taken it as, in my
Yes.
head, I've said yes. Because if you pull back up the stipulations, it's listed as a match type. So in my head, that
Right.
counts as one of the match types.
Okay, perfect. We'll keep it like that then. We'll keep it rolling, keep it moving, keep it grooving. We are spending 77,000, but like we said, we got to make a dent in these. So we need some really exciting shows. I think we'll just chill out.
Oh,
For now. No,
oh,
no,
okay.
not
I was
that.
like,
No,
oh my,
no,
who's it
no.
gonna hit?
Nope, not yet. And yeah, we're not doing this for I Know a Guy 3. That's fine. Oh, let's make sure. I think that counts in a tag match. I think we're gonna knock out 2 promises at once here. Yeah, I think I'm happy. No, I didn't throw up. I didn't almost throw up. And I'm sending her in. Ooh. There is no titles this week? Yeah, no titles this week. I think that's... Yeah, because Sean Spears has the IC. Okay.
The IC. All right. Okay, so Braun, as we've mentioned, he struggled in the ring. He says Ray's been hitting me nothing but losses. He wants to fight someone else, but he's in a level 2 feud. I'm gonna say no. You can't just keep running from your problems. You gotta man up. You gotta beat him. Just beat him, dude. I'm getting real sick of this.
Oh,
Damn, so's the
Small
crowd.
decrease. All right, all right. I'm not a pushover, so watch your step. Okay. And then Bray says, thanks for the rematch. I'm disappointed, but that's on me. See, look at that. That's accountability, Braun. Look at that. All right. And then he's happy now.
Maybe
so
the
cool.
Fiend could be his accountability buddy.
Oh, he should be. That might be a good tag duo. All right, so everything's good journal-wise. Limited stocks. I'm not going to go out of my way for this, but Braun Breaker cuts a promo. Maybe he can cut a promo about him bitching as much as he does. All right, so let's look through. Ooh, Gauntlet Eliminator Master.
They actually
might
spelled
be.
it right there, so it doesn't say Gatlet when you do the Eliminator.
That's fair. They listened and they fixed it. Okay. Is there anything I want to do? I'm looking and I'm thinking.
Chill out.
Ooh. Okay, I'm definitely gonna use this. Somebody's getting schooled here today. Bronze,
Today.
pretty high up. Got Triton. Got Solruka. We could get Gunther boosted up, but we're getting towards the end of the season. I don't know if I'd have him be a keeper for me, so I gotta think about that. So my 3 darlings all year long have been Triton, Braun, and Soul. I think I'm gonna keep pushing Triton's big ass. We're gonna push him up over the edge, and he's up to level 22 now. Man, we've almost got him all the way to where he needs to be. Okay, and then I know I talked about signing somebody, but I think I too want to upgrade my arena. I think I need a little extra jolt. I need something to help get some fans in, so we're gonna lock that down. And I think that's it. I think we're gonna go ahead and start kind of fleshing out a card for this week. So here we go. So Jey Uso, Ilya Dragunov, or no, it was Ilya and Oro. Man, I don't know why I was looking at Jay there for a second. All right, so we're gonna get these two in a match, get that rivalry going, and it should be nice and proper now. We are going to get Batista. They had the nice week off last week. Jimmy was in a match. Jimmy and Jay are ready to go. So we'll throw him in the ring this week. We'll throw him in. Get that going there. Yeah. That's gonna stay locked in. We're gonna get Howdy, Bray Wyatt. Need to go chill for a while. We're gonna get. It's getting close to needing to sign somebody, but I don't really want to break the bank too much here, so we might have to go.
Pretty solid crew right there.
Yeah, there is.
Anytime someone's in this section, I just always want to see a signing.
Oh man, I think I need just someone else. Because I'm looking. I think I want a specialist.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Bang!
Okay.
Damn, that's a solid crew.
All right. So we got some good flexibility here. I think I don't have the monies for a full deal, but just out of curiosity, 179,000.
I love the big gold.
I could get him.
Shout
I know,
out to
that's
the Alta tire we've been using for his GM role in our universe mode. If you haven't watched it yet, some of the Alta tires have taken over as the main image.
Yeah. So we got
So
NWO Cahal.
I could just shoot my wad on him. I would have no money left, but he would just be 2 weeks shy. I think I don't want to. Yeah, we'll just get him 5 weeks, and we'll kind of see how we do with that. Let's bring him in. We'll bring in Shawn Michaels, and then we still have. Let's see. What was that deal? Gunther, Ultimate Warrior. KK. Ultimate Warrior. Gunther. Let's see who else. Shawn Michaels is entering the fray. Boom. I think that's a good little trio there. I want to see here. So I do get a sold out card if Braun Breaker cuts a promo, but I don't really care about that. But Rey Mysterio's getting a little tired. I don't want to get him too down in the dumps. So we might see about. Let's do ladies triple threat. Get Keebler involved. Man, they're all faces. Why is everyone so nice?
No.
Why is everyone so nice?
Mean girl.
I know. Literally, Trish is the only mean girl, and she's in the feud with Soul, so I don't want to put Soul in a match with. Trying to navigate these staminas and land this plane. Disgusts me. I might just tuck it away on the mid card for now. Hold on, let me see what I can do for this last match. I feel like Braun needs to be in it because he has so much stamina.
I went to the bathroom just a minute ago, and how did you lose all your money? Who'd you sign?
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that's okay.
The Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, okay.
Shawn.
I came back to seeing his pictures, of course. I don't. Yes, I just didn't put two and two together.
Oski Wawa.
Holy Mackinac.
Oh. Okay. Let's, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're just going to put him in. I know Ray's going to get down there, but we can bring him back to life if we need to. So, okay.
I just realized the Hamilton Tiger Cats is probably the closest thing I have to college football with like a stupid little saying like that. And I knew it, and you guys were like, what?
Yeah,
I think it's
that
close.
ass. That sucks.
Whoa.
By the way, Cheek and I, as Buckeye fans, horns down, baby.
Yes, sir.
Get wrecked, Texas. Horns down.
Yes,
I had the horns down.
Yes,
I woke up, I came downstairs, horns down.
Let's go, dude. Canada honorary Buckeye.
Hell yeah, dude. My friend once played football in y'all stadium, so that's my.
Ooh,
I
there
didn't
you
do
go.
it. I wasn't on the football team. Shout out to people who do zero after school curriculum, extracurriculums. I just went right home.
like a
Fuck
good
everything.
boy.
Yeah.
I think that's a curve. I'm a little worried about Jay being face now, but I think this is the proper curve. This
Feeling
match is
curvy.
gonna crush.
Shawn Michaels on NXT 2.0 and Bret Hart.
Yes, sir, dude. I love it.
NXT 2.0 really making a push to be a premier brand.
We've made the push, sweetie.
Really making that push to be a premier brand. Sweetie.
I don't want to do the tables with Raven. We could do something crazy with this match, though. Falls count anywhere. Is that going to end up being better than this? Gosh, I'm scared. I think we're just going to leave it and run it.
Leave it and run it.
And then let's do some things on this side.
Run it. Run it.
Let's do the call out. Christopher is going to call out Soul.
Ruka.
We're going to have... Let's see. Let me think of something. Who the champs want?
Run it.
Who the champs want? Let's just have Triton do more training. Have Soul do training. One of these guys, man. Let's have Uncle Howdy do. Let's do advertising, try to get us some money.
Hell yeah.
Let's do some money. Yeah. Actually, charity's 15. Yeah, we're going to do advertising. So, all right. I think that I'm a little worried about the curve, but I guess we'll just see how it plays. I don't know how much. I don't know how much Jay being a face is going to change this dynamic. This one's lower level, but it's the proper deal. 352 and
Proper
these
deal.
guys, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. We're gonna roll with it, and I think that's our show. Ooh,
We are starting off with
Ew.
the worst brand.
ECW. Trying to build that momentum. I see they've got an NXT 2.0 legend debuting tonight. But that's later. What's happening now is triple threat action. Angelo Dawkins, Eddie Thorpe, they started a feud. But all of a sudden, Josh Briggs, he doesn't have anybody to fight anymore because he broke Charlie Dempsey in half. So he crashes the party. It's triple threat action, but Dog Daddy for the second straight week is going to get a victory, pinning Eddie Thorpe to get it done. 2.5 stars on the match. Rivalry between he and Thorpe up to level 2. And then Argus the Great comes out, and, Eddie needs a new challenger for the world title. And Argus, calls out that Eddie's looking hurt. He's looking weak, and he needed the help of Pat McAfee to take down Omos last week. Nobody can help him against Argus the Great, and they start a feud. Fatal 4-way action on the women's side of things. It's Molly, Holly, Jakar, Jackson, Blair, Davenport, Indy, Hartwell. I think there's a feud in here, but it's been long enough since we've recorded and talked about ECW. I don't remember what their feud is.
There it is.
There it is. Molly Holly with Jakara Jackson is the feud, and that feud goes to level 2 as Jakara Jackson gets the victory. And then Pat McAfee.
Grumpy.
He's been grumpy, man. He's been pissed. I'm assuming it's because he hasn't been winning matches, and then Armando's just like, you're not going to be in matches then. But we just see, last week he punted a ball right into the testicular region of Omos in the training montage. He's just got a cutout of the different wrestlers of the ECW roster, and he's just walking down the line, punting footballs into their testicular regions as he tries to find his way back into the ring so he can be victorious. Triple threat action. Nikita Lyons and Kiana James have been feuding, and I mean, we know how dominant Scarlett is. It's over. Like, it was over before the bell rang. Scarlett gets the win. 2.5 stars here as well. But Nikita Lyons and Kiana James last week, the promo didn't work, but this triple threat match does work. They get that rivalry to level 3, and then Charlotte Flair calls out Disco Bell. But actually, Disco Bell hasn't been technically seen on ECW yet, so nothing actually happens. It's like she's just yelling into a void.
Just wasting their talents. Typical ECW.
And then tag team action. A-Town Down Under taking on Pretty Deadly. Grace Waller lost last week. Austin Theory got some fans to the brand, but they were able to combine those weird efforts to get a victory over Pretty Deadly, who have been struggling to find their footing on ECW. A-Town Down Under, 2.5 stars on the victory. Rivalry up to level 2. And then Angel comes out to the ring and says, "Love me?" And nobody does. So he just throws his arms out like that, and nobody does. So no love for Angel. But then Alpha last week, he said to Berto, and it pissed him off, man. It got their rivalry up another level. So tonight, with the television championship on the line, they are in the ring once again, and Alpha keeps that television title in a 4.5 star classic, closing the show as we head over to WCW. On the WCW side of things, Sonya Deville shares that in tonight's main event, Tommaso Ciampa has enacted a rematch clause. So it's going to be Randy Orton defending his newly won United States Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. However, since Io Sky did not answer the promo of Julia last week, the call out of Julia last week, although those two are fighting, the title is not going to be on the line because Sonya feels that Io Sky doesn't want it bad enough. She may not even realize who she is anymore. Tatum Paxley tonight is going to be in fatal 4-way action. Jade and Bianca wanted to team up. Sonya said, nope, Asuka's not here. And in the confusion, in the chaos of everything unfolding, Tatum Paxley, who's been, didn't win the title, but was on a bit of a heater going into that title match at the Bad Blood Go Home show. She's able to get this fatal 4-way victory in the Extreme Rules match thanks to the help of Io Sky, who, took a swing at Bianca last week. This time took the swing at Jade Cargill. Tatum gets victory, 3.5 stars, and the rivalry between Jade Cargill and Kairi Sane goes up to level 2 in the process. And then new World Order. Now the NWO, they are not in the arena tonight. In fact, we're not really sure where they are. They appear to be in like a warehouse. It's like the old school NWO promos when the group initially debuted, and they let the Motor City Machine Guns know that it's clear that WCW is still run by the New World Order. Look, Six, he lost the world title. Look, Kevin Nash, he came up short in the match, in the cross-branded match at Bad Blood. But let it be clear that these tag golds, they hold up tag belts. These tag gold do not leave our side. They do not leave the New World Order. So Motor City Machine Guns, when your time has come, we will be the ones taking the first shot. And then Julia battles Io Sky. And this time, though, Io Sky is dressed as Tatum Paxley. What? It's so crazy over here on WCW. But Tatum Paxley has infected Io Sky. Now Io Sky is hitting Tatum Paxley's offense and uses so to get the victory on the champion. But heaven forbid that starts a feud. That would be silly. So 3.5 stars, Io Sky gets the victory. And then Axiom comes out to the ring and he's excited. He's got some paper. It's the contract extension that was on the line last week. And he's just holding it up. He holds the mic to his face and he doesn't say anything. And then he holds the contract up again and people, they're happy for him. But again, he didn't need the contract extension. And then, there's a table in there and he slams the contract down. He signs his name on the bottom line. He holds it up again and one guy claps for him. Very happy. He gets a fan. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next contest, it's triple threat action. Chris Sabin and Nathan Frazier have been debating, who is more athletic, who is the better flyer here. And Shaq, he's not a fan of either of them. Kevin Nash was dealing with these guys last month. Now Shaq crashed in the party. Another giant trying to step in. And this giant is successful in doing so. So while Chris Sabin and Nathan Frazier continue to have their quarrel between one another, Shaq able to come in, hit the big choke slam on Nathan Frazier to get the pinfall. 3.5 stars for one half of the Baldies. And then I think I've got some things to say about Xavier Woods. What do you mean that you're a general manager of a brand, but you're fighting here? What are you, a multi-faced man? That will never work in professional wrestling. And so their rivalry goes up to level 3. And then Xavier Woods is now in the ring with Alex Shelley. Trying to tune himself up. Knows Mankind is watching. Alex Shelley, though, well-rested Alex Shelley. The Motor City Machine Guns. Look, Sabin couldn't get it done in the multi-man, but it was Nathan Frazier taking the pin. So Alex Shelley gets a win for his team here. Of course, no new feud as Woods is in the level 3 with Mankind. And then Kofi Kingston comes out to the ring and says, look, I need to do this now. We need to get more fans now. I know it's been hard. I know that watching Tony D'Angelo hold the WCW World Championship, I know that you guys don't really want that. So let's get some fans now because we got to counteract all the fans that are leaving the second he's back on the TV screen next week. And we get 2,500 fans in the process. Then in the main event, Randy Orton came in night 1, took down the Bald Eagle of WCW, took his championship gold away that meant so much for so long. But as Tommaso Ciampa has had issues with remembering who he truly is, Randy Orton knows exactly who he is. And for the second straight week in RKO, plants him into the mat, and the Viper takes down the Bald Eagle. 3.5 stars. Rivalry up to level 2.
And over to Raw. We're here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, at Cops Coliseum, just down the road. The Hamilton Tiger Cats play at Ivor Wynne Stadium. Hell yeah, I know my Hamilton lore, baby.
Damn, just Googled that, huh?
Yes, sir. I had about 20 minutes to do it. So here we go on Raw. Drew McIntyre, he comes down to the ring. He does have a mic with him, but guess what? It's not turned on. That's been the theme of the week for Drew McIntyre. Hasn't been able to cut his promos, and out comes AJ Styles laughing along, saying he has absolutely turned off the AV on Drew McIntyre. It was a prank, and Drew McIntyre isn't very happy about it. This one turns into a last man standing match, and of course, AJ Styles, he is a last man standing specialist. He gets 4 stars because at the end of this one, brutal match, AJ Styles goes up to the most dangerous rope, Brett's rope here in Canada. Yeah, and Drew McIntyre tries to suplex him off, but instead, AJ Styles counters that into a Styles Clash off Brett's rope to the floor, and that's going to be a 10 count for Drew McIntyre. Speaking of Canadians not liking European, get them. We got Natalya calling out Becky Lynch, saying she promises to make her tap out the next time they face off, and will she be able to hold up to that promise? Tag team action, Demon Finn Balor comes out first, spitting venom at the Hamilton crowd, saying they're all pathetic, maple-sucking nobodies. Yeah, Obafemi's joining him. Of course, Obafemi hates a certain Canadian. He says he's tired of all the weak Canadian champions on this brand. So, of course, Sean Spears comes out first. And then behind him, OTC Roman Reigns out of the table. He comes out, and of course, Sean Spears explains that Roman Reigns has been hired by Kevin Owens to protect the Canadians while Kevin Owens is gone. So, of course, Roman Reigns is here to protect Sean Spears. He's here to protect Canada, and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada could be any perfect. I guess we have to find out. And yes, it is perfect because the Canadians and Roman Reigns, the hired Canadian gun, they get the job done because as Sean Spears about to hit the C4, Roman Reigns comes in with a spears Demon Finn Balor. Why do I keep saying Balor? Balor. It just feels right. And Sean Spears gets the pin on Obafemi. That's a 1, 2, 3. Un, deux, trois, if you will. Promo 2. Abyss. Pierce on stage dragging a broken table behind him. Says last week Sami Zayn went through this, and next time he is not getting back up. The Abyssal brothers are gonna bury the Canadian dream. Kevin Owens is gone. Sami Zayn is broken, and soon the Brotherhood is gonna rule Raw. You know who like that? Karrion Kross. He comes down and says, "Hell yeah! Listen to Abyss here." He's going to cleanse Raw. All Canadians spitting at the Hamilton crowd, and R-Truth comes out waving a tiny, tiny Canadian flag, saying he's getting the free healthcare here tonight. He's going over to the local medical facility after this one to get some cleanup surgery on some bone spurs, maybe in his elbow or something like that. But it's free, so he's just going to go over and get everything cleaned up, baby. And he's going to go watch some hockey. He's so pumped up. Karrion Kross attacks, pissed off, and of course, apparently the ref's like, yeah, this is a tables match. But R-Truth, even though it's Karrion Kross' specialty match, R-Truth is going to get the victory because, of course, he ducks over a table. Karrion Kross swung at him because, of course, if you swing a table at someone who breaks, I feel like that would count. And, of course, R-Truth just drop kicks Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross falls out of the ring, and its table was set up outside, and he just goes right through it. Kind of like Triton's first match when he won in 8 seconds at the first SummerSlam 2K24. Alexa Bliss promises that the IC title is coming home to her, and Kalani Jordan says, and that rivalry goes to level 2. Earlier this night, both Kathy Kelly and Jackie Redmond, I don't know why I said Kathy. Jackie Redmond, of course, Canadian. And they're going to be interviewing both Candice LeRae and Fallon Henley. And they're backing up, trying to get into the camera. Both of them trying to get that camera time. It's been the theme of the match. They start attacking each other, throwing just absolutely everything. Chairs, pipes, whatever's backstage. They're just kind of like chucking it at each other. And Nick Aldis says, solve it in the ring. You want to use weapons? Go ahead and use them. And so these two go down the ring, and Candice LeRae gets it done yet again in a 2-star match and the 2.5-star match. And that's going to pop the rivalry. Finally, this one is bad blood is actually boiling between these two. Sami Zayn. Oh, yes, exactly. He's not here tonight because we caught a glimpse of somebody recording with their cell phone that Sami Zayn is making an appearance in Maple Justice. He is shooting his scene this week, so of course he is not around, but that does garner him 5 fans. People are excited to see that scene with Sami Zayn in it. And in the main event, Scott Hall taking on Farouk in a TLC match, and high above the ring is a contract for Survivor Series. The winner of this match is going to be in the World Championship match. That's right. Yeah, I definitely just made that up on the fly, and it's going to be for the world title because these two men have been putting it to work. So just before the Royal Rumble, one of these men is going to get a world title shot. They have to win this DLC match. And it's going to be, Scott Hall's going to get his chance at the championship. 4.5 stars in a classic match, but doesn't get the rivalry going. We're going to have to put in some work next week to make sure this can end at the Go Home show.
Poo doggy. All right, it is time for Batista to get back into the ring against the Usos. Jey Uso, though, friendly now, but we have a tables match. This is a bigger clash than when the Toronto Argonauts battle the Hamilton Tiger Cats, which, spoiler alert, we're recording this on Labor Day, is today at 2:30. And yes, I cannot make this up. At Tim Hortons Field, they will clash. Yes. So let's go, Argos, go, go, go. Pull together, fight the foe.
Ew. Formerly Ivor Wynn Stadium. I don't call it Tim Hortons Stadium. Just like I don't call it TD Coliseum. I'm going to call it Cops Coliseum, where the first Royal Rumble was.
Wow. I just wanted to get that out there as we have a Canadian in the match right here, right now. Hopefully Bret Hart's an Argonauts fan, though.
No, he's not. He's an Alouettes fan. No, he'd be a Blue Bombers fan. I don't know.
Wow, now you're just saying stuff. But you know what? Bret Hart isn't saying anything because he's letting his wrestling speak for him, and they come away. Batista with a big victory, an amazing start to the show. Rivalry grows to level 3 over the Usos.
Grow.
Speaking of growing, Trish Stratus grows the rivalry to a level 4 over Sol Ruka. Oh gosh, yes. All right. Start of the show's in shambles. Not really. Mostly because I'm just debating CFL football. Anyways, mid-card match. Falls count anywhere. I'm curious to see how this rivalry is impacted by Ilya Dragunov finally becoming heel. So we get the face off the books. Oro Mensah, Ilya Dragunov, who is the Dynamo Athletic King. Oro Mensah comes away. An amazing match. So we have back-to-back 4-star matches to start the show here. Rivalry grows to level 2. And then Triton gets 5 ring XP, pumping some iron in the gym. He already had the level 3 ring XP, whatever it's called. I forget it escapes me now. But that card was applied to him. He gained a ton of ring XP, boosted up to level 22. Now, an extra 5 ring XP as he continues his push for immortality. And then Braun Breaker, Rey Mysterio, back in the ring again for a second consecutive week. Braun Breaker is pissed that he has to keep fighting Rey Mysterio. But man, if you want to be the best and be the best that I know you can be, I've pushed this man to level 22 ring XP. You have to start winning some of these big time matches. You cannot run from your problems. I can't just go and book you against freaking Uncle Howdy or somebody. You have to go take on an immortal. Can he take down Rey Mysterio in what could be a turn of events for his career? No, oh my gosh. Again, another 4-star match. Rey Mysterio gets a big dub. Nothing happens with the rivalry, but Braun Breaker is not going to be happy that another loss to Rey Mysterio. I cannot have Braun Breaker just taking L's. I have to look at his record for this year. It cannot be that good. Maybe it's time for a new change of scenery. Maybe I'll just have to trade him after this upcoming PLE. Just get him out of here. Sol Ruka, she saw Triton working in the gym. She's like, you know what? I'm trying to be to the women's brand what Triton is to the men's brand. And that motivates her to go right beside him in the gym, and they become workout buddies. They start pumping together. Sol Ruka also gains 5 ring XP. She's trying to get on Trish Stratus's level, so let's see if she can do that. And then Nia Jax, Thea Hale, Stacy Keibler, all mixing it up in the ring. Nia Jax, a welcomed addition to the NXT 2.0 crew. We needed a big, giant woman on the brand. Can she continue her dominance? No. Stacy Keibler immediately comes in, puts Nia Jax in her place, but that doesn't stop Thea Hale and Nia Jax from starting their own rivalry, Level 1. And then Uncle Howdy getting them rowdy. What an excellent advertising king. $14,500 because Lord knows after signing Shawn Michaels, we needed some money. We needed some pop. And Uncle Howdy says, give me the mic. I got you. And we only lose 1 popularity. So overall, a fantastic promo, a much needed one for the brand. And then the main event, Ultimate Warrior, who actually has the belt. Do not be fooled by Shawn Michaels holding the giant gold belt in his photo.
He just brings that around with him, doesn't he?
It's just like one of the toy prop belts that from the 90s that they made. And then Gunther back in the mix as well, trying to get on the level of Shawn Michaels and trying to get in the same breath as Ultimate Warrior. The title is on the line. Warrior successfully defended it last week. Can he do it again against Gunther? But also, while Shawn Michaels is now in the mix. Just a normal match here, no stipulations. Can... Oh... Okay. Okay.
Oh, Shawn!
Wow, and a classic to end it. Shawn Michaels' first match on the brand. Pries it away from Warrior's limp fingers. But Warrior and Gunther do spark a rivalry, but now they are both titleless. Shawn Michaels actually has a title to go with the belt he's holding in his photo, and a classic to end the week.
All right, for our rundowns after that classic to end the week, we got WCW kicking it off, 3.5 stars in the Fatal 4 Extreme Rules match. Tatum Paxley getting the victory, and during the match, Jade Cargill and Kairi Sane have their rivalry go to level 2. Io Sky takes down Julia, 3.5 stars, no rivalry. 3.5 stars for Shaq winning the triple threat match with Nathan Frazier and Chris Sabin, but Sabin and Frazier do have their rivalry go up to level 4. Alex Shelley, 3.5 stars over Xavier Woods in the main event. 3.5 stars. Randy Orton successfully defends against Tommaso Ciampa. Their rivalry up to level 2. On the call side of things, NWO calls out the Guns for level 3. Mankind calls out Xavier Woods for level 3. NXT 2.0, Batista takes down the Usos in a 4-star opener. Their rivalry up to level 3. Ora Mensa, 4 stars over Ilya Dragunov in the Falls Count Anywhere match. Their rivalry up to level 2. Rey Mysterio, 4 stars over Braun Breaker. No rivalry movement. 2 stars for Stacy Keibler winning the triple threat match, but Nia Jax and Thea Hale begin a feud in the main event. 4.5 stars. Shawn Michaels becomes NXT champion in his victory over the Ultimate Warrior and Gunther. Warrior and Gunther start a feud in that match. Call side of things, Trish Stratus goes to level 4 with Sol Ruka. Over on Raw, 4 stars for AJ Styles over Drew McIntyre in the last man standing match. The rivalry up to level 4. 2.5 stars. Roman Reigns and Shawn Spears take down Demon Finn Balor and Obafemi. 3 stars. R-Truth.
Hey, Balin.
Balor.
That's closer.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that French.
Oh.
Continue.
I always thought you were from Montreal, no?
He's a hab.
No.
3 stars. R-Truth over Karrion Kross. The rivalry up to level 2. 2.5 stars. Candice LeRae over Fallon Henley Extreme Rules match. They have a rivalry begin in the main event. TLC, 4.5 stars. Scott Hall takes down Farouk. Call side of things, Natalya and Becky Lynch go to level 4. Abyss to level 2 with Sami Zayn. Alexa Bliss to level 2 with Kalani Jordan. Finally for ECW, 2.5 stars. Angelo Dawkins wins a triple threat over Eddie Thorpe and Josh Briggs. Dawkins and Thorpe go to level 2 on their feud. 2 stars. Jakara Jackson wins the Fatal 4 over Molly Holly, Blair Davenport, and Eddie Hartwell. Molly Holly and Jakara Jackson both said Hardcore Holly there. Their rivalry goes up to level 2. Scarlett crashes the party for a 2.5 star victory in the triple threat match, but Nikita Lyons and Kiana James have their rivalry go up to level 4. 8-Town Down Under, 2.5 stars over Pretty Deadly. That tag rivalry up to level 2. And in the main event, 4.5 stars. Alpha defeating Berto, keeping the television championship. Call side of things, Argus the Great starts a feud with Eddie Guerrero, and Charlotte Flair yells into a void. For ECW, a 107 rating score, 3 thousand fans, $88,000. As Super Chairman says, so who in the hell is Argus the Great? They weren't watching Raw, I guess. That's crazy.
No.
Seriously.
For WCW, we're going to get a 119
damn.
rating score. We're going to get 11,000 fans, $64,000. But what the heck was Woods thinking, taking the easy way out of his match with that DQ? Like, what the heck, dude? Whatever happened to Asuka? Well, Heart Survivor Mega. She'll be back next week. For Raw, a 118 rating score, 14,000 fans, $58,000, and Roman Reigns and Shawn Spears score the immediate chemistry there. And Abyss says, if you can only fight as well as you talk, Sammy, I'll bark, no bite. Damn. Speaking of bark, though, NXT 2.0, a 127 rating score. We're going to bring them 18,000 fans, $122,000. So cool. Grew up watching Michaels. Awesome to see him again. Swiss Big Boot. Really happy Shawn Michaels is there. And Cruiser Outsider. Never seen Rey Mysterio's dominance before. Is it luck? Or is he really that good? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and find out in the next episode. Shasha! Pocket sand coming my way, but no cheering. So I guess whoever sees this first just doesn't get to have people be happy for them after the update. So we get Shasha for our commissioner goal. Canada gets his trophy for the 5 challenges this season. That tables match brought it home. And there is his reward for those 10 tables matches. A Get the Tables card to use in the future. So these are the standings as we're closing out this episode. I have a 96,000 fan lead or 86,000 fan lead on Cheek. Cheek is up. Oh, the numbers are getting more spread now. I have to like use my brain a lot more on the quick math. And then sometimes I say a sentence like this to try to buy me time to think. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It works here. 71,000 fans ahead of Armando, and Armando 45,000 fans ahead of Canada. Now we're going to England. We're all over the place in this.
Hey, bruv.
And 2.0, we'll get to see the emails as we close this episode.
Oh, no.
Oh, buddy. Oh, my gosh. I'm about to get whammied with the hammy. Okay, hold on. Let's talk to Jay first. Oh,
That's actually perfect for you right now.
he's the reason why we keep losing these damn matches. I can't drill it into his thick skull. Let me prove who the problem is. Give me a singles match tonight. Yeah, they're still separate, so it'll work out. I'll show him how it's done. So good thing I already switched one of them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you can still finish your tag feud. It's not like they have to break up. You just got to give Jay a singles match tonight.
Yeah, and they both got decent stamina, so yeah. I'll make it happen. Damn, I'll show Uso. I'll show myself.
I mean, that's how they talk. Just call each other Us in the emails all the time.
Oh man, I'm scared of these. All right, Sarcophagus. It's good to finally get to talk to you. I got your number. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm Sarcophagus. You may have heard of me.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Y'all just
man.
pass her around like NBA players, like all fucking the same chick. You two just send her back and forth.
You can
Oh,
hire
yeah,
me
dude.
for free. I'm
Extra
sure my
fame.
followers would watch. Dang. Let's go.
Are you gonna
dude,
get
Sar-
this now?
You're worried for it.
Huge.
My followers are gonna love this. Let's go, dude. Sarcophagus. I needed a female star added, so that's clutch, actually. All right. Now I'm about to cry. So we got Batista, Ray, and Ultimate Warrior. So let's refresh here. Ultimate Warrior just in a level 1 feud, and he is not a title holder. Batista, level 3 feud, and then you have Ray. Where'd Ray go? Dang it, he's at the top, of course. My most popular, though, level 2 feud. No title, though. So I'm going to prioritize... Man, this is tough, but I kind of want to keep... I need to keep Batista. I need to make sure that becomes a thing. So... I'm gonna talk figures since his morale is so high, and we're gonna try to lowball him.
Boom.
So he takes it. He's still happy. And
This is also
then
gonna be the question if you, because like I don't think the I don't have money for you is gonna pop because you did have money at the start of this week. So I wonder if you can go into the negatives if you sign everybody, or if it's like if you try, you're like, I don't actually have that money. Sorry, bye.
I know. Well, let's see. Man,
And you can, well, never mind. You won't. You probably won't have the money for a cage match after all this.
I know, it sucks. Let's see here. All right, let's see Rey Mysterio. I'd love to stay. I'm asking for 106,000, so he's really happy as well. So we're gonna talk figures.
Ooh.
How about 74,000? And he takes it. And then we're gonna get
That was intense because
ultimate...
if he said no, you wouldn't have been able to sign him
Oh, it does. Yeah, he does have.
because you wouldn't have had the money.
Yeah. Okay.
So it does change that. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm gonna extend him with the contract, and then there we go.
He hasn't heard of it. I've heard of it. Warrior.
So there we go. I find the money to sign everybody. Good
Find a way to
Lord.
find a way.
All right, so Cheek, you'll give your rapping thoughts there, though. You had a very busy email stretch there and a really strong second show this week. The best show there in the second week we booked. As 2K is going to take forever to load, so knowing our
I
luck,
don't need it to load.
it'll crash. But we've got what we need for the footage, so if you're just staring at this, the whole wrap-up, that's what you're staring at. And there it is. Sure enough, had a feeling. So, Cheek, as we now look at the... Oh, okay. There it is now again. But, very busy on the email side of things. You were able to wiggle. You go with the lower offer to Batista. You went lower offer to Ray, which if he said no, you would have lost him, but he accepted, which then allowed you to use authorization for Warriors. So you buy more time with those guys. You add Shawn Michaels. And, yeah, you had a super strong show there. Low on the money, but you use the money to add to the roster as you continue to chase me for first.
Yes, I know. The first show was very shaky. We come in with the big second show, which I needed. So the money is a huge problem because I'm going to have some other free agents coming down the pipe, I believe. I think I have another one or two that are going to need re-signed, but we're trying to do the best to make it to WrestleMania with all the stars we need. So I really need to start getting feuds started that are going to be full on by WrestleMania. So that'll be my next focus. But bringing in Shawn Michaels was huge. It allowed me to bring in another big star to potentially get in a rivalry with somebody like Warrior. But then Warrior ended up going with Gunther to start his rivalry. Then I needed some female help. And then lo and behold, here comes Sarcophagus. So that is huge just to have another body in play. And then obviously we didn't have a lot of money because I upgraded my arena, which was just something I needed to do to try to compete and hang in there with you and everybody else. So I spent a lot of money this go around, but it was well needed. And now I'm just trying to do my best to keep all the talent and free agents I have with the little money I have. So next week is going to be a bare bones week, but hopefully it's a good week on the card so I can recoup some serious cash and keep making my way up the ladder, trying to sniff you out and see if I can get to the top. Go Argonauts. Just kidding. Oski Wawa. Oski Wee Wee.
Canada, on your side there, you also, started spending that money. You went, Cheek did a signing in logistics. You went more so, let's go logistics, and then, put some bigger matches out there to chase some power cards there. Sarcophagus now back with Cheek. Y'all keep trading her back and forth. So what's it like to see your ex go back to her ex, and how do you feel overall about things?
I feel like the X situation is fine as long as Cheek doesn't get 50,000 fans out of it. He might. It's gonna be interesting.
I need it.
On the Raw side, I think I'm feeling okay. I think the logistics was the best move to do. I had so many assets, so much money. Let's get both of them gone before the year ends. And of course, it's going to allow me to gain fans. I'm going to get an extra 500 fans per week. I'm going to get an extra, whatever the math is on 10,000 fans and 50 cents. So we're going to get all that money. I can already see on the recap screens the money is looking pretty good with this arena. So I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling like I'm going to make a good push going into the end of this season. So I'm feeling like things are looking up. I wasn't feeling so hot a couple weeks ago, a couple recordings ago, but this time I'm feeling pretty damn good.
And then on my side, as you know, we're getting towards Survivor Series, and then of course our Royal Rumble special. You know, the mindset for me is very much I just gotta try to create distance now, knowing that season 3 is guaranteed. Anything beyond season 3 isn't as of right now. So the risk starts coming to play if cards aren't getting used. If there's not a season 4, then they're either going to all blitz at the season 3 or they're going to start getting spread out. So right now I'm just trying to focus on finding ways to build the lead. We had a couple shows that they weren't the best shows ever, but we didn't really, like the first show I think we still got the most fans. The second show Cheek got the most, but we weren't horribly far behind. So that's kind of the mindset right now, is to just try to put out the first or second best show each week, find ways to wiggle through. It's not going to be flashy, but if we can build the lead, it'll buy me time to potentially make mistakes as things start hitting later on. So that's been the goal. We got most of what I wanted to accomplish done this episode. The only thing I didn't get that I wanted to have set up better was I did want to have the Julia feud for the women's title with Io Sky cooking along a little bit. We tried twice to get that going. It went nowhere. So that was a match I was hoping could be a featured match on the go home. That now probably becomes something for the Mania push. But again, as we have the Royal Rumble special coming, winning the Rumble allows you to have a protected pick in the next season's draft. That's great. But if you want to force the other GMs to spin the wheel of draft destiny, that person has to have a one-on-one world title match. So at some point, someday, unless the channel's gone tomorrow, there's going to be a point where I maybe eventually win a Rumble. So I like to have my world titles clear of feuds after Survivor Series. Probably not going to be the case on the women's side of things. So we'll have to figure out what to do there. But overall, feel pretty good. Just got to keep pushing. Hopefully you watching are feeling pretty good as you're pushing through your days. And what better way to push through a day or an evening than watching Codyverse. So take a look if you have not done it. Give this video a like, helps us out a ton, and the more likes we get, the more views we get, the more new people we get dialing in, the more videos you guys get. So if you're loving it, show that love, and until the next one, wherever we see you on the channel, love y'all, appreciate y'all, toodles.